What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the GCC, here at the top 5 Clone Wars sets that LEGO needs to make. If you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Now let's get into our first set. Alright guys, the first set that we're going to be talking about today is the battle over Coruscant. Now this was in the very final days of the Clone Wars, but I love this scene in Revenge of the Sith, and I still consider it part of the Clone Wars. It looks like you would get 6 solid ships, which is awesome. It looks like you would get 2 Vulture droids, 1 Tri-Droid, 2 Jedi Interceptors, of course being the Obi-Wan one, and then of course the Anakin styled one, and then of course the ARC 170. I love all these ships. It'd be a great way to get all these ships. Obviously, with this set, the ships would probably be a little bit smaller than usual, which is the only disappointing part. Of course, it is a kind of like a 3-in-1 adventure pack, which I think is really cool, and something that LEGO doesn't really do nowadays. The only problem with this set as well is this set would probably go for like $200. You know how LEGO is with their pricings and stuff like that. You're getting 9 solid minifigures, and of course, you're getting 6 solid ships, so LEGO is going to really bump up the price and stuff like that. But I really love the design of all the ships. I just think they fit really well into the Star Wars collection. Now the minifigure selection looks pretty decent. Of course, you would get the Revenge of the Sith, Anakin, of course Obi-Wan. You would get an updated Chancellor Palpatine, which would be pretty cool. It looks like you would get a Count Dooku minifigure that we haven't seen in a while. Of course, a General Grievous, a brand new Phase 2 pilot that we haven't seen in a while, which I think would be pretty cool to add to the clone army. It looks like you would also get a brand new white Phase 2 clone trooper that we haven't seen in a while as well. That'd be pretty cool to get an updated version of that. And of course, you would get an R2 unit, of course being R2-D2, and then I think R4, which is Obi-Wan's droid. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the end, what an amazing set. I definitely think LEGO needs to make some of these more 3-in-1 adventure packs, and I would love to get all these ships made in LEGO again. But what an awesome set. Now let's move on to our next set. Alright guys, the next set that we're going to be talking about today is the Accolade Attack. Obviously, the Accolade was featured in Attack of the Clones, which is awesome, and we've never actually had it in LEGO form before. I think it was in one poly bag, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it would be great to have that. I definitely could see this set going for around $30 or $40. It doesn't look like you get a lot of minifigures, and the Accolade doesn't look to be too big. Obviously, you would get Jedi Knight Ayla Secura, a B2 Super Battle Droid, and then Clone Commander Devis, which we have never seen in LEGO minifigure form before, which I think would be an awesome addition to the clone army. But it would just be a great way to get that B2 Super Battle Droid, that clone trooper that we've never had before, and then, of course, Ayla Secura. Obviously, she came in the 2017 Republic Fighter Tank, so an updated version of her would be great. You know, I think it's something interesting and different that LEGO really doesn't do for Star Wars anymore, so I think it'd be pretty cool to get this Accolade prominently featured in Attack of the Clones. I really hope LEGO ends up making this one day, but obviously, who knows? Alright guys, you know what time it is. It is meme set time, and today, on the left, we have the Rancor. I'm really hoping LEGO makes another Rancor minifigure in the near future. I love that minifigure. But then on the right, we have No Core. I love this. This is an amazing minifigure. Of course, it is just a regular minifigure with the Rancor head. I would love to get this as an official minifigure, maybe for the May 4th promo, or just in some funny meme set. This would be awesome to have. Just look at him. He's a tiny little minifigure with that big old Rancor head, and I love the name of him, No Core. I think that's awesome. Obviously, on the left, he's rocking that big body with the claws and the teeth, and then on the right, he has absolutely nothing. I think that's hilarious, and I'm hoping we get a remake of the Rancor very soon, as I said before, and I would love to see a version of the No Core minifigure in the future. Now let's move on to our next set. Alright lads, the next set that we're going to be talking about today is the Acclamator class assault ship. I really love this ship. Obviously, this was featured prominently in the Clone Wars TV show, and of course in, I think at the end of the Attack of the Clones movie. Of course, it looks like you would get a solid lineup of minifigures, of course being Anakin Skywalker, Phase 2 Captain Rex. I'm assuming that's ARC Trooper 5s. It looks like Commander Appo. I'm pretty sure it's Commander Appo. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then a couple of 501st Troopers, which is awesome. I would love to get some more 501st Troopers, and I think be a great way, of course, to get that Commander Appo minifigure, and of course that 5s minifigure. I know we are getting a Phase 2 Captain Rex figure in the Vendor class Star Destroyer later this year, and I just think the Acclamator would go great up against the UCS Venator. Of course, this would probably be a play scale version, so I definitely could see this set going for around that $160 to $180 mark, which I think is very appropriate. Obviously, that ship would be able to open up, and you could slap all your minifigures in there, and you you can have them doing different tasks and stuff like that. I just think it would be awesome. Of course, like the bridge, you know, and the command center and just all that different stuff, which I think is awesome. I'm assuming you would have some flick fire missiles that you could shoot off the side. You would also probably have that carrying stick that pops out of the ship so you can easily carry your ship, which I think is awesome. I definitely think this is an awesome set, and I'm hoping LEGO makes this one day. Now let's move on to our next set. All right, lads, the final set that we're going to be talking about today is the Separatist shuttle. Now, I really love this set. Obviously, this is based off of Season 6 in the Clone Wars. It's basically when a clone trooper, his name is Tup, he executes Order 66 early, and basically he goes back to Kamino to get tested and stuff like that, and then Fives discovers the whole thing about the inhibitor chips, and then he gets shot by Commander Fox, and it's just such a tragic story. But I love that arc. Definitely go check it out. I really love this set, though. It looks like you would get 4 solid minifigures. Of course, an updated Count Dooku would be a great way to get a new Count Dooku. I feel like we haven't had him in at least 5 or 6 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. It looks like you would get a regular B1 battle droid. It also looks like you get a pilot battle droid, which is really cool. I feel like we don't really get those pilot battle droids very often. And of course, we would get that named clone trooper Tup, as I mentioned before. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. Of course, he does have special markings on his 501st armor, so that'd be pretty cool to get another named clone to add to the clone army. Now, the shuttle itself looks pretty decent. Of course, you would have that cockpit space for your B1 battle droids and stuff like that. And I really like how this Separatist shuttle is a little bit taller, as you guys can see, and a little more flat on the bottom. I'm assuming you would have some landing gear, you would have some spring-loaded missiles, and of course, you would have some interior space. I'm assuming kind of like lift off the top side of the ship, and of course, you would have some seats and stuff like that inside the ship, which I think would be pretty cool. I definitely could see this set going for probably like $50, just because you're getting some awesome minifigures including this set. Of course, you know LEGO's clone tax. We are getting a named clone. LEGO's going to really bump up the price, but also I'd love to see the ship to be pretty decent size. But I feel like this would be awesome to have. I definitely think LEGO needs to make some more Separatist shuttles like this. Congratulations, guys. You have made it to the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I had a fun time putting it together, and I definitely think LEGO needs to make some of these awesome Clone Wars sets. Shout out to Brick Wizard at 59, Brick Set Ideas, and Star Wars Photoshop for making these awesome sets. I'll put a link to their Instagrams down in the description below. If you guys enjoyed today's video or you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Again, I'd really appreciate it. It would help out the channel big time, and honestly, you would make my day. Also, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Again, I'd really appreciate it. You would help out the video big time, and I know I say that a lot, guys, but it really would mean a lot. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.